try and get him some.
Top of the 8th here in Baltimore. The Mets lead 1-0 over the Orioles. Juan Soto takes a strike from Wolfram to start this at-bat off. That one spiked and it gets by Jacob Stallings. Counts evened up at 1 apiece.
Ryan Stanek is up in the Mets bullpen. Mets had Brazoban up in the bullpen each of the last 2 innings, even as Peterson was cruising along. He's only thrown 86 pitches. Certainly appears good to go for the 8th.
Grant Wolfram, who just got called up by the Orioles, making his Orioles debut this year, and he gets Soto to swing and miss, strike 2. And the only reason why Grant Wolfram is up is because Brian Baker got traded today to the Rays for a draft pick. So the O's trade in division.
8 innings and get it to Diaz. Love to see him do 9.
Lefty, payoff to Soto. And he fouls it back. And stays alive.
Shutouts in the same season. You got to go back to 2012. When R.A. Dickey and Johan Santana both did it. Dickey had 3 shutouts that year, including back-to-back one-hitters. And Santana had 2, including his no-hitter. 1-2 coming.
And that's down. Ball 2.
2 complete games in the same season. No Mets done that since Noah Syndergaard in 2018. And Peterson, of course, has 1 shutout, 1 complete game so far. Wherever it is in the game these days, but the most important thing is with another game to play and basically a bullpen game in the nightcap for the Mets.
2-2 delivery to Soto.
More essential.
And he gets a piece of it again.
Wolfram's pitch is better and better as this at-bat goes along. He fouled back a fastball. He fouled back that breaking ball, even though he thought he should have done more with it. Looks like he is locked in now on Wolfram.
Let's see if he comes the way where he got Nimmo on the side.
7th pitch of the at-bat. And he threw it.
And he struck him out. Got him with the breaking ball, and Soto strikes out to begin the 8th inning.
Soto's been struck out today.
And he finally threw him a good one. He got away with 2 hangers.
Swung over it.
And then he threw him up. Out of the strike zone, down the pitch, but a good pitch.
So 1 out now. Alonso, who's 0 for 3. That's only run came in the 5th, and a clock violation called against Alonso. He was not in and ready at the 9-second mark as he needs to be, so it's 0-1.
Pete Alonso gets a pitch clock violation. He's down the count to start off 0-1 before a pitch has even been thrown from Grant Wolfram. And he went around. He's already down 0-2.
And Horn struck out Soto and Alonso. Got Winker to pop up. Then they got a leadoff double from Vientos in the 6th, and he never moved. So they've worked with the slimmest of margins.
Oh, Wolfram already ahead 0-2. He can punch out Alonso right here. And he doesn't. He misses high.
Away 1-2.
Wolfram's got good stuff. Big guy. Good hard sinker and a good slider.
28-year-old rookie who cycled through several different organizations.
1-2. And he struck him out. Alonso chases the slider below the zone. And Wolfram with back-to-back strikeouts to begin the inning.
Backdoor slider there.
So 2 out, and now Vientos, who came in for
now 2 outs, top of the 8th. Here's the designated hitter, Mark, to the plate.
One at the fence, and then a double to left center that led off the 6th.
That misses up and away, ball 1. Mark's got a hit today, a double back in the 6th. That led off that inning. Swing and a miss. Challenged him with the fastball and he beat him. 1-1.
Since coming back from the injured list. There's a huge battle for playing time that is going to be ensuing going forward with this team.
That's strike number 2. He put the heater at the bottom of the zone. 1-2. Wolfram's been really good this inning in his second inning of work.
Small number of positions.
Trying to put away Mark, but before we can, we'll get a timeout.
He's going with the University of Miami colors on his shoes again today. Orange and green.
1-2 delivery from Wolfram.
1-2 coming.
Mark hits a fly ball that's going to be fair and drop for a base hit. A 2-out single for Mark.
Take him any way you can
A
get him.
bloop into center field in no man's land.
Got jammed here. A good pitch.
Yeah, he was jammed.
On the label.
He's owed a few of these.
See where he came in.
So that's
with his
Mark's
hands
second hit of the day.
Inside. Strong enough to muscle it out.
So now Mauricio will bat right-handed for the first time today. Ronnie's
And
just
now,
2 for 17
here's Ronnie
as a
Mauricio,
right-hand
the third
batter.
baseman. He's hitless today.
And
First pitch is way outside. Jacob Stallings does a great job at
Mauricio
catching
with
it
the
and
free
preventing
take,
it from
rounded
getting
out.
by him.
Flat out,
1-0.
struck out with the left-hand batter. Charlie Morton went 6, allowed a run on 4 hits through a season.
Ronnie's 0 for 3, a strikeout, fly out, and a ground out.
Now Wolfram's given up his first base runner.
And that's a foul ball.
1.
A ball and a strike now on Ronnie.
The Orioles will have 6, 7, and 8 in their order coming up in the 8th. Cowser, Vasquez, and Mayo. And we'll see. We think Peterson's going out there for the 8th.
I would think so.
Stanik's been throwing, although right now he's just standing and watching.
1-1. And that's
Taking a
down.
little sinker. 2 balls and a strike to Mauricio.
2 balls and a strike on Ronnie Mauricio.
Vientos at first with 2 out. And Mauricio.
Swing and a miss.
It's 2-2.
Heater at the top of the zone by Ronnie for strike 2.
Just out of the strike zone.
2-2, Mark at first. 1-run lead for the Mets. 2 outs.
2-2.
Payoff pitch. And he struck him out. Chased the breaking ball in the dirt. Wolfram strikes out the side. And we'll see if the Orioles can tie it or take the lead heading into the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back from Camden Yards. Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th. David will stay out there for the Mets pitching heading into the 8th inning. He'll join an exclusive list of starters that will be featured on an RV recording. Luis Saniel at second now. Beatty to third. And Ronnie, his day's done as Cowser takes strike 1 at the knees.
Singles. 3 of the 4 singles have come leading off innings. Cowser's 0 for 2.
And David misses with a curveball in the other batter's box. The count's even it up.
Rookie shortstop Luis Vasquez on deck. Then the rookie first baseman Colby Mayo.
Ground ball, pass Brett into left field. Base hit for Cowser. He will stop at first. A leadoff single for Colton Cowser, his first hit of the afternoon.
The Orioles, 4 of them leading off innings.
Well, Cowser got struck out away. Remember that fastball called looking.
Looks like that's going to be all for Peterson.
And David, who's been prone to giving up big innings in his most recent starts, will leave this game, and here comes Ryan Stanek. With nobody on, no one out. Cowser at first. In the bottom of the 8th. What outing for David.
Was terrific again today.
So, bottom of the 8th.
Was 7 innings plus 5 hits, no walks.
New pitcher for the Mets.
6 strikeouts.
It's Ryan Stanek.
Gary had the slider working in against the right-handers.
After David went 7 innings. 7 shutty. And now it'll be Ryan Stanek, who will face a pinch hitter. It's Gunnar.
Henderson 1 for 5 yesterday. And the
First pitch is in the dirt, ball 1.
Stanek comes off a rough outing against the Yankees his last time out on Saturday. Anderson having a down year, but he is a major threat at the plate.
Alonso playing close to the bag at first. The 1-0.
That fastball just missed low.
Looked like it caught the corner, but not to the home plate umpire's eyes. Gunnar ahead 2-0.
Ryan O'Hearn on deck to pitch hit, and that fastball
That's
fell back. So Henderson
fouled off
Vasquez,
barely by
O'Hearn
Gunnar.
on deck to bat
2-1.
from Mayo. This is what you do by taking the lefty out and bringing the righty in. You unleash that left-handed bench.
2-1 offered from Ryan. And Gunnar hits a high fly ball to deep right field. And the Orioles have the lead! A pinch hit home run for Gunnar Henderson! And just like that, David Peterson's amazing outing might be wasted. 400 for Gunnar, and the Orioles score their first 2 runs of the ball game and have their first lead of the day.
Slider here. Stave was down in the inner half.
He destroyed the breaking ball from Stanek, and there was no doubt about it. It was leaving the yard. Now Gunnar's gonna get some water.
Third home run allowed this year by Ryan Stanek. So all those opportunities.
Now here's Ryan O'Hearn, the All-Star.
To try and build their lead, come back to bite.
And that's a breaking ball. Check swing. He didn't go around. Ball 1.
Ryan O'Hearn 1 for 4 on Tuesday night. He drove in a couple of runs. He is the Orioles' lone All-Star.
Stanek misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes on O'Hearn.
First career pinch hit home run for Gunnar Henderson.
3-0.
Behind on O'Hearn, 3-0.
Stanek cannot find the strike zone right now. And the Orioles closer, Felix, is immediately warming up in the pen. 3-0 to O'Hearn. He takes all the way, and that's a strike at the knees.
It's a 2 in scoring position and nobody out in the first. They didn't score. They got a leadoff double in the 6th. They didn't score.
Yep. They're 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position this first game of the doubleheader.
And that's in the dirt. Ball 4. O'Hearn draws a walk.
Now a walk to O'Hearn. Still nobody out in the inning.
And here comes the Mets pitching coach to talk to Ryan.
Stanek can have issues throwing strikes. When he throws strikes, his stuff is deadly. Mets have no one up in the bullpen.
In the 9th, the Mets will have the lower third of the order due up. Torrens, Beatty, and Taylor. They have McNeil on the bench as a left-handed pinch hitter with Bautista getting ready for the 9th. Let's face Bautista on Tuesday night. Struck out 3 in the 9th. Did issue a walk along the way. He's having himself a
Now here's the catcher, Jacob Stallings.
after Tommy John surgery.
He was only been with the Orioles for not that long, but that's because the Orioles have so many injuries at the catcher position that they had to bring in Stallings. And he does have a single today. He's batting 9th. What can he do here? He hits the first pitch. Foul down the first base line.
About the Stallings. I mean, Stallings is not a guy that's blended his career.
Mets corner infielders are in. Alonso playing close to the bag at first. Over by O'Hearn, and then Brett is in the infield grass at third. 0-1 to Stallings. That's outside. Counts evened up.
Stallings with Jackson Holiday, the on-deck batter. really felt as we went through the 6th, 7th, and into the 8th inning that the Mets were being a little cautious with Peterson. And I'm not 100% sure why. They had Braziman up in the 6th inning and again in the 7th. They had Stanek ready to go in the 8th, even though Peterson went out there to start the inning. So the fact that they took him out after the leadoff hit, I guess wasn't shocking because it seemed as though they had him on a fairly short leash in the 2 innings prior. Swing and a miss.
Stallings swings and misses. An outside breaking ball.
Back to, you take Peterson out, you bring a right-hander in, right? Now you're unleashing better hitters. Could have faced Vasquez. He's a rookie who's had 11 bats all year. And Mayo.
And that's a breaking ball that misses down. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Stallings.
That are younger, are inexperienced lefties. I don't think that in a tight game that Mendoza has that confidence to bring them in a tight situation.
Payoff.
Very late in the ball.
And Stallings, it's a weak ground ball. Brett's got it. Throw to first. They won't get the out at second, but they do get the out at first. So O'Hearn now in scoring position with 1 out. And now the Orioles order flips over to the top, and here's Jackson Holliday.
Jackson Holliday coming up. Holliday 1 for 3 on a base.
Holliday hit a first inning single.
Fielder's choice in the 6th.
Has not got a hit since. First pitch from Ryan to Holliday. And that's in the dirt. Ball 1 to rounds with the block.
We've seen Stanek lately throwing a lot more fastballs up in the zone. But early in this outing, he's been throwing a lot of first pitch splitters.
1-0. That's in the dirt as well.
2-0.
Well, it just seems
2 balls and no strikes on Holliday.
He comes in and he can throw 25, 30 pitches in an inning. And when he comes in and he has his stuff, he's got wipeout stuff. And when he's got it all going on, he overpowers hitters. But he has trouble with his command.
Hitters count for Holliday, and he takes an inside heater at 99. The fastest pitch Stanek has thrown today, but he can't find the zone.
They're at 99, but inside, and now it's 3-0 to Holliday. You got the right
Another hitter that
on deck. First base
Stanek has not thrown a strike to. 3-0. And he takes
and diving back in safely is O'Hearn. That was ball 4 to Holliday.
ball 4, so Jackson Holliday draws a 4-pitch walk. Terens threw down to second. They almost picked off O'Hearn, keyword almost. And now the Orioles have 2 on and only 1 out.
All the rest of the day in sports. On the Sports Night tonight and every night on SNY.
Here's Westy to the plate.
So now 2 on and 1 out, and here's Westberg, who's 1 for 3 at a base hit back in the 4th.
Jordan Westberg DHing today has a single back in the 4th inning, his only hit so far. And there's a strike.
Flips the outside corner with that fastball, nothing in 1.
Heater on the corner, 0-1.
Stays 4 batters, retired only 1 of them. Gave up the home run to Henderson, and then a couple of walks.
Ryan looking at second, now firing. And that's outside, the count's evened up.
Now Austin Warren starts to warm up in the Mets bullpen. Warren was brought back today as the 27th man. So it's nice outings for the Mets during this stretch where their pitching has been
1-1 with 2 runners on. O'Hearn at second, Holliday at first. And that's an inside heater. Westberg now ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike.
Season debut on Sunday. Senga's set to make the start tomorrow night in Kansas City, so things are getting a little more back to normal.
2-1.
Westberg
and a swing and a miss.
2-2.
Fastball blown by at 98 for strike 2.
O'Hearn at second, not much speed there. Holliday, fast runner at first.
Here's the payoff to Westy, and he spiked it. The count is full.
Splitter, and it's 3-2.
No, I don't think they're going to run the runners here.
He has not gotten anybody to swing at that splitter.
It hasn't been close, that's why. It has to start in the strike zone a little more higher.
This will be his 24th pitch of the inning. Laureano on deck.
Full count delivery, a chance to have the bases loaded for Baltimore. Here's the pitch. And he missed inside. Bases loaded for the Orioles. Westy draws a walk. And we may have a pitching change.
I mean, he threw the fastball right by Westberg for the second strike, and then he never threw it again.
So bases loaded,
One for three.
one out.
Their middle infielders in halfway.
Ramon Laureano is in.
Laureano can run. You don't want to give up a...
The Mets bring the infield in.
Big insurance run out there at third base.
And here we go. Righty-righty, Stanek versus Laureano. First pitch. Laureano fly ball into right field. Soto is there to make the catch. Tagging is O'Hearn. He will score, and it's 3-1 Orioles.
Laureano brings in the insurance run with the sacrifice.
Jackson Holiday moves up to third as well.
It's now 3-1.
3 runs against Ryan, and the Orioles get huge insurance thanks to the sac fly from Ramon Laureano. And now here's Tyler O'Neill to the plate. In his first season with the Orioles, he struggled, especially today, hitless in 3 at-bats so far.
Second straight rough outing for Stanek. And now facing Tyler O'Neill with first and third and 2 out, having already thrown 25 pitches in the inning.
First pitch from Stanek to O'Neill is a ground ball, but it's foul.
0-1. Last outing against the Yankees, he issued a leadoff walk. Walked 2 in the inning, gave up a run, and wound up throwing 37 pitches in the inning.
Yep.
It's up to
Runners at the corners, 2 outs, 3-1 Orioles. 0-1 from Ryan, and he misses way outside. Torrens has to reach out and grab it and get spun around. What a catch by Torrens back there, who has been really valuable as a defensive catcher for the Mets this season.
Ooh, just caught it in the webbing.
Neal was 0 for 3.
1-1 offering. That's high.
A little bit high.
2-1 now.
The inning began with Colton Cowser getting a base hit against Peterson, who was then pulled. Gunnar Henderson hit a 2-run homer. Orioles.
That's inside, ball 3.
Walk 3. Gave up the sac fly to Laureano, and now he's behind.
The Orioles might have the bases loaded again.
O'Neill. It's going to be Warren coming in.
O'Neill ahead 3-1 with 2 runners on. 2 outs. Pitch from Ryan. And that's right down the middle. Strike 2. Fastball right down the pipe at 98. Full count now on O'Neill with 2 outs in the inning. The Mets as a whole need this strikeout.
3-2, Westberg.
Full count delivery right here. And he missed high, ball 4. And the bases are loaded again. And this might be the inning for Ryan Stanek. It is. They're going to the pen. Here comes Carlos Mendoza. 2 outs, bases loaded. The Orioles lead 3-1. And we'll get a new pitcher.
Called to the bullpen, brought to you by Nissan. Austin Warren will come in and try and mop it up.
Back to Baltimore. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. The Orioles leading 3-1. And Austin Warren is in for the Mets to try and get 1 out and keep it a 2-run deficit for New York in the 9th. Seti will pinch run for O'Neill.
Austin Warren, who joined the team today as the 27th man, will try and work out a bases loaded jam with 3 runs already home in this 8th inning. And the Orioles up 3-1. Ramon Urias will come up with a chance to blow the doors off this game.
Warren last pitched on July 4th against the Yanks, gave up the 2-run home run to Dominguez. He went 1 2/3.
Ramon Arias, the third baseman, is up to face Warren. First pitch is a breaking ball down and outside, ball 1.
Holiday at third, Westberg at second, Mullins the pinch runner at first with 2 out.
He's got to throw a strike here.
1-0 pitch. That's fouled away.
Meanwhile, in the Orioles bullpen,
And the count is not up at 1.
Coming up for this game.
Novella.
1-1 delivery from Warren after a look at second. And that's in on the hands. That's popped up. Alonso's there to make the catch to end the inning. But the Orioles put up 3 runs on Ryan Stanek and are 3 outs away from a win. Felix will come in to try and close it out. We'll be right back from Camden Yards. We're back for the 9th inning. Felix is in, 32.2 innings pitched, 2.48 ERA, 17 for 18 on save opportunities, and he's thrown 26 scoreless outings in 33 appearances. Trying to do it again here to win the game, but he has a 2-run cushion, so he can afford to give up a run. So we will have a lot of changes on defense for Baltimore here in the 9th. Setty's in to play center. Colton moves to left. Gunnar's now at short, and O'Hearn is at first base. Felix is facing the bottom of the Mets order. Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens, to the plate.
Mets will have the lower third of their order up against Bautista, who pitched Tuesday night. Worked in the 9th inning in a tie game. Struck out 3, walked 1. Torrens, Beatty, and Taylor will come up against Bautista, trying to get something moving and get the top of the batting order up there.
Torrens has put everything in play today. 2 ground outs and a line out. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's a foul ball to start it off, 0-1.
Bautista was not wild. He was up high in the strike zone with his fastball. That first pitch he had down at the knees. He's a big monster on the mound. He is a beast.
Just all of last year with Tommy John surgery, but right back in
0-1 offering. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball for strike 2.
It's almost unfair, really, that someone that large and throws that hard and has that kind of a splitter.
I mean, back in your day, you thought
Torrens calls time.
a huge pitcher.
Yes.
Bautista's, I don't know, 3 inches taller, 50 pounds heavier. 0-2 coming to Torrens.
Here's the payoff. Torrens ground ball right to Gunnar. 1 out.
They got a splitter to hit. Hit it on the nose, but Henderson grabs it 1 away.
And Torrens lined it right to Gunnar.
And a big hang with him. And when Lee Smith came in from Chicago from the bullpen, and it's like you can go get a Coke and a hot dog before he gets play continued.
They've had trouble with the pitch clock.
Here's Brett Beatty.
There's Brett Beatty, 0 for 2 and a walk.
First
He
pitch.
scored the only Met run.
And Felix misses down.
Until the bottom of the
Ball
8th.
1.
David Peterson pulled after 1.
Brett's 0 for 2.
And Ryan
Walk.
Stanek did not have it.
Scored a run
to
thanks to Tyrone Taylor and a stolen base.
With the Mets' couple of lefty bats against Bautista.
That's a strike. Fastball right down the pipe at 98. 1-1.
Beatty drew a walk against Bautista in the game on Tuesday night.
And that's fouled off for strike 2.
He sure has. He definitely has. Threw a good one and a second strike to Torrens.
Grant Wolfram worked 2 scoreless innings. He's in line for his first big
Felix
league
ahead
win.
of Brett here, 1-2.
1-2 coming to Beatty.
Payoff. And it's up high.
Fastball,
2 balls and 2 strikes on Brett Beatty. That's fouled off again. Brett doing all he can to stay alive and run up the pitch count with Felix.
5 for 11 over his last 4 games. And trying to keep up with Felix Bautista here in the ninth.
2-2 again with 1 out.
2-2 coming.
And that's a
Foul down the left
liner
side.
foul. Third base
He's hanging
side.
in there.
Another
Jeff
splitter
McNeil
up.
will pinch hit. He's on deck. He'll pinch hit for Tyrone Taylor. 2-2. This will be the 7th pitch of this at-bat between Felix and Brett.
2-2 to Beatty.
And here it is.
And
that's up high. Check swing. He didn't go. The count is full.
The call at third base, and it's 3-2.
You do not want to walk anybody
So
here.
full count now for Beatty.
They walked Beatty in the first game of the series. Brett's worked the count full.
What'll happen here? Full count delivery right here with 1 out in the ninth.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming from Bautista.
Felix is ready. He fires.
And Beatty tops
That's
one
a
foul on the
soft
splitter and stays
foul
in there.
ball.
That was a good one.
1 at bat between Felix and Brett. This will be pitch number 9 between these two.
Trying to find a way to get
And
on
this
base
is a
and get
ninth
the top
inning
end of the plate.
Plate appearance as I've ever seen
Late
one.
in the game on Tuesday, trying to rally even
Francisco
later
Lindor's
today.
got a helmet on just in case he may get a chance. 3-2 again.
3-2.
And that's a ground ball right to Gunnar. Throw to first.
2 out.
2 gone. Mets down to their final out. It'll be Jeff McNeil, their last hope.
But the Mets are down to their final out with Jeff McNeil coming up to pinch hit. Neil batting for Taylor, who drove in the only Met run with a double in the 5th. Jeff went 0 for 4 in the series opener. Let's need a bloop and a blast.
You need a base runner.
2
Don't
outs.
get ahead of yourself.
Felix versus McNeil.
Bloop first, blast later.
First pitch. Strike 1.
First pitch splinter for a strike, nothing at 1.
Oh, 1 offering. That's spiked.
The dirt, it's 1-1.
Now the count is evened up at 1 apiece.
Neil's ever faced Bautista. I'd like him to be up there looking at pitches. Trying to get a read on this massive right-hander.
McNeil tied the count up. Let's see if he can get ahead right here.
There he is.
1-1 delivery. And that's in the dirt. McNeil lays off, and he does get ahead.
I believe it was, and he's going to have to come after him now.
Took a little off it. 2-1.
He is going to have to come after him with a fastball. Well, he doesn't have
2-1.
to.
Watch out for the challenge pitch right here from Felix.
Plate.
Thrown 3 splitters in a row.
McNeil pops up a bunt, and he fouls it off.
He was expecting to
And the Mets are down to their final strike.
trying to drop down a bunt just to get on base.
Well, look where the third baseman is. Now they can play even further back. But
So McNeil might bunt for a hit.
He was a little bit more,
But here we go. This is for the win.
Down to their final strike. 2-2.
Felix delivers. McNeil fouls it off. No, it's going to stay in play. Kowser's there. Orioles win.
Rallying for 3 in the bottom of the 8th. Gunnar Henderson, a 2-run pinch hit home run against Ryan.
The Orioles take game 1 of the doubleheader.
David Peterson did today.
See y'all later. RBL.
Orioles even
Peace.
up this series at